All right. Okay, cool. So quickly, just for us to have a discussion, has anyone come across page object before? And if you do you know the concept of page object? Just in a layman's language, to be honest. Let us not make it technical for ourselves.
Yes.
Please, God.
Uh, to my little understanding, page object is like a modern way of separating your text code from your configuration code, so that everything will not be lumps up in a on a particular file, as in the on every automation website, each of the page each of the page is assigned a class in which all the page is meant to be in the page object, in the page folder, and every item that is on that particular page is seen as the attribute and the method that the class needs to interact with, whereby you don't disclose most of the identity of the page in the test code. You only call the logic from a base page, or a base class rather.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
it's more or less
Yes.
hooks.
Mm, no, really hooks. Mm, okay. Any other? Oh, thank you for that. Anyway, that was good. Anyway, so any other person that wants to kind of help, or you just want to, yeah, because yeah, I think you are right. Anyway, I just want to kind of see if anyone has got any other way to explain this.
Uh, from my own understanding on page objects, it's used to organize and also to maintain the code and also to locate the element.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you for that contribution as well. So, what I would say about page object, as the name implies, is an object. Of course, you call it a class anyway. Is an object or a class that you use to store the elements on your page, right? So, because right now, if you see what we've done, right, all the elements on our page are stored in the step definition, right? So, but we can as well extract it and put it in a particular page or in a particular container. Do you get it now? Now, if I ask you, what is the purpose of doing it? Why do we need to extract all those locators and put them in a different class or in a different container? What is the purpose for this? Why do we need to do this?
Mm, to my own understanding, it can be reused and it is readable, and also it can be maintained also,
Yeah, thank you.
and
Yeah.
it's separate step definition from the page object also.
Yeah, thank you. So that is a good answer. One for reusability.
Reusable.
Yeah. So because for instance now, as we are seeing this particular screen, 244, can you highlight that one? On line 244, you see the cat underscore value, right? So just highlight the one after the locator dot cat underscore value. That is a locator, right? So which you are using here. For instance, let's say there will be another page or another step definition that would need this, right? It means that we have to write this cat underscore value in that place again. We've written it in this way. Let's say we need to use it in another place as well, or like a cat badge again. We have to write this one. But the issue with that, let's say tomorrow, right, the developer decided to add S to cats. It means that we have to change it here and change it in the other place that we've used it. And sometimes that is a simple scenario, but sometimes it can even be a lot of spaces that you've used it. So that means you have to be looking for everywhere you've used this locator. Could you imagine that? Let's say everywhere there's a login. For everything that you want to do, you have to log in. Do you get it now? That means if the login page now changes and the locator changes, if you have said giving blah blah blah, and if you click on login and you have login this place and everything, and you scatter it like that, that means you have to look for it everywhere you've used that particular locator, and then you would then need to kind of change it. But if you create a page object, you just put everything on your page object, and from your page object you would then locate where you want to put it, where you want to use it. Do you get it now? Now we're going to do it step by step, right? So then, so that you can understand this concept, right? If you scroll to the top for me, scroll to the top so that I can explain what we are going to do. But I will tell you how we come about it. We know this particular thing that we've done, the framework works, right? And then we just want to make it tidy, right? So that it's easy to maintain, it's easy to modify, it's also easy to reuse as well. And also, not only that, even for you to locate what you're going to locate, right? For instance, let's say you are looking for a particular locator that you used, you just go to that particular page instead of looking for different step definition, because inside the step definition you will have used that locator in different places. But right now it's easy to locate because you only have one source of truth, one place that you put the locator. Okay, so now let's scroll down, let's see the first locator, and we can then use the concept of page object on that. Scroll down. Okay, so let's see, there's no locator here. So let's go down. Let's see the first locator. Okay, all right, we found one. Line 42, right?
Yeah, line 42.
Okay, now what we're going to do for me, right? Copy what is in that line 42, right?
The locator or the
In
line.
the locator, only the locator with the quote, everything, cut it out.
To copy or to cut.
So I'm sorry, before you go far, just to share my understanding, so if maybe I'm not going astray. So it's just like making something a subject of the formula. So instead of you to write, when you say something like A is equal to A divided dx plus this, instead of writing A divided dx, you just write A. You just put A there. So you represent those variables. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
That is totally right.
Uh,
Very true. Right. So it's basically next time you call A, it then takes that particular thing that you stored in A. Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And by the way, it's been a while that I've heard that DYDS. DYDS.
Differential
Yeah, exactly.
integration.
Before you know, someone will bring integration.
Uh,
Let's
the
talk
major
about
calculus.
differential. Yeah, before you know, it's gonna be calculus lesson. So now you've can you cut it out for me, please? Just cut it. Okay. Now we've cut something, right? But we need to replace it by something that we cut. So at the top where you have the line 41, right? At the end of line 41, just press enter. Okay. So let's just say, I don't know what that is. Let's say product title one. Product title one. Let's see. Yeah. Product title one is equal to space. Then paste what you've copied. So semicolon at the end. Okay. Now put that product title inside. You can just copy it and just paste it. Okay. Now this is what what we did before, and this is the same, right? There's no
Yeah.
difference. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do now, this product title, right? What type of data type is it? And in fact, I think I gave some people an assignment to talk about data types, right?
Yes.
Are they ready? I said 10 minutes, or maybe we'll do it next week. Are you guys ready? Or
Let's carry on, sir. So maybe I do something small anyway, but have not gone over it since I was not.
okay, all right. Next
Yeah,
week we're going to
next week.
look
Yeah,
into. Okay, all right. So now, so let me ask, what data type is product title?
this is string, sir.
Is a string.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you. So a string is basically what, right? We
Yeah.
talk about integer is numbers, right?
Yeah.
So Boolean is yes or no, true or false. Anyway, so what we need to do now, we need to declare this as a string, right? On line 42, right, at the beginning, you need to say string. You need to type string at the beginning of it, right? To show that you are telling the compiler, yeah, this is a string. Right. So you can see the error is gone. Right. So now the title, right? I also gave an assignment as well, right? And I said that you guys should talk about coding standard, right? Read up on coding standard. Now, as we wrote our variable name, is it the right way to write it? And what is wrong? Even though it's not showing that something is wrong, but in terms of coding standard, is that how we should have written our product title? What should we do? Anybody?
I think the first letter of each word should start with capital.
Thank you. The first letter after the first one, right? After the first letter of the word, the
Yeah.
second or the what's that? Yeah, but
Title.
yeah. So technically, the title should be capital T, right? The first letter of any word that is starting should be in capital letter, except from the beginning of the word that begins it anyway. So product, the P will be in lowercase, but the title, the one after the T starting with the title should be in capital letter. So, but now, so how do we change it? We have it used in two places.
Mm.
What is the best way to change both of them once?
Refactoring.
By refactoring. Thank you. So how do we refactor?
Press right click.
Right click. Okay.
Then go to rename.
Rename. Okay. So some people will talk about rename and refactor. Yeah. So even yeah. So even though we are renaming is one types of refactoring. Refactoring is when you change your code to fit a particular style, or you change your code so that it's more standard or structured. You are refactoring your code. You are changing your code. It's not that you are changing it entirely because it's a bug, but you are only changing the structure, right? You are changing it, even though it has worked. You are not saying, "Oh, there's a better way that can do this." That particular way that you're talking about doing it is called refactoring, right? So, right, for instance, now in this case, the product title is fine. It's not complaining, and in fact, it will run. But we are not following coding standards. Be therefore, we want to rename that variable so that it's okay. So can we change the T starting the title at the beginning of the title? So capital letter. As you can see, as you're changing it, the other one is also changing. So you press enter when you finish. Thank you. So this is the beginning of the page object. Now, but the only difference here is that we are still putting that string product title in our method. So that means the next method will not be able to use it, right? The next method will not be able to use because we are actually localizing it in this particular method. For the method below to use it, right? What do? We move it up. Okay, so can we cut out that line 42, everything, cut it out, and then we paste it at the top. Right? So one way or the other, this particular string product type, if you call it in the method at the bottom, you won't see it, right? Because it's in the concept, is in context of this method that we are in. So now, if you scroll to the top, it's complaining now. So we're going to go to the top and paste it so that it is useful everywhere. So paste it after the private, yeah. Enter, paste it. So then if you scroll down to see where the error was before, that should go. So as you can see, it's gone now, right? So that means in the other method as well, if you need to use this particular product title, it will be fine. You can just be calling it. Now, this is one way. So let's do the same thing for another one. Then we can talk about, I know for line 47, we do the same thing, right? But
Yeah.
let's use another method but at the bottom so that at least in 47, you guys can do that later. So let's go down and select another one, right? So a good one, right? Okay, there's another one at the top, right? Yeah,
68. Can
you
we use
can,
68?
yeah. Okay, let's use 68.
69.
Okay,
69.
69. Okay, where's 69? Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, let's use 69.
Nice. Login button. Should I take it to the top?
Yeah, let's take to the top straight now because we know what we need to do. So, and what's the name of that locator?
It's login button.
Okay, good.
Mm.
No, no, it's only login that you have to write, isn't it? Is equal to
It's bringing
lowercase l, right? First, let's start with that. And put the string at the beginning. Do you get? No, no. At the beginning, remove the login. Okay. Sorry, what did you do? Let's go back. Okay, so every C sharp statement ends with semicolon. Do you get? So
Okay.
you need to put semicolon at the end of line 16. Right, okay? So, and then scroll down, okay, to where you cut it from, and then use that name. So, yeah, inside the code, yeah. So you can say login button. Okay, cool. So that is that now, right? We've got two, right? So, and it's possible this login button might be used in different places. So, and that is not, yeah, that's the purpose of page object, so that you reduce the number of places that you will have written the locator. So you only write the locator in one place and you refer it in different places. Okay. So now what we've done now, we've moved this locator to the top and it will still be fine. Right. But that's not what page objects is really is. Because now, even if you scroll to the top, right? Can you scroll to the top, please? Okay. So now we can see our product title and our login button locators. We can see those locators there. Locators are there. So, but now we want to move this away from here and we need to put it in a centralized place. So we need to move it away from step definition into a centralized place called page object page. Do you get it now? So now let's create a page object for, let's say, login. So you go to your solution explorer. So solution explorer, yeah. So go to your page object. So I'm not sure other people have got page object folder. If you haven't got page object folder, you should just right click on your project, right? And then click on add, then click on folder. Then you will then type the page object folder. So I say click on your project. Click on, can you do that quickly? So yeah, click on your project,
Mm.
right click on the project. So then once you do that, then you click on add, you click on new folder. So once you do that, then it would ask you for the name of the new folder and you can then say this is it. So you can now say it's page object. Yeah. So now let's go back to our page object folder, which we already have. So right click there and say login page. Add. So new item. Then so at the bottom that you have, yeah, instead of class, remove the class one. So then you can say you can type login page. Okay, click
That's
on
yes.
add.
That's
Yeah,
yes.
yes, yeah, it does, yes, yeah. Okay, so that is that, right? So now what we need to do, right, is to go to So another thing that we can do, right, for a start to make it simple, right, change the internal to static. Okay. So now go back to where you have all those two variables.
That's step definition.
Yes. So this way I'm teaching you is the simplest way. There are other ways that we will do within the advanced class anyway. But this one, since you already understood what we did, it's easy to make this transition, right? And you're going to establish the same result, but in a different way. Okay. So now what you need to do is to copy that line 15 and 16. In fact, cut it out and go and paste it on that. So cut that out. Yeah. So then go to the um,
Page object.
page object that we created. Thank you. Then after the braces, the first brace, press enter and you can paste it. Okay. So now, it's complaining about something because where we put it, right, we are not meant to put it like that. So can just to see, to be honest, in power of um, I think it should be fine. Can you put public at the beginning? Right. No, no, no. At the beginning after the string. What is that? Put your mouse on the key. Let's see. Look at the potential fix. I mean, okay, say okay, it has to be static. Okay, put the static there as well. Properly static string. Yeah. Okay. Now static means that we don't need to instantiate that particular class, right? We can just call the class directly and it's going to be stored like that. So now what we need to do, yeah, another thing that I just saw now on line 9, right? Login page, right? So is that okay? It will even tell you, yeah. So that is fine. Yeah. So what exactly is he saying? Can someone just explain why is that complaining? Yeah.
Okay. That's must start with a capital letter.
Why is that?
Because every class starts with a capital letter.
Okay. What S starts with capital letter? What else? Anybody is not going to be good. Anybody? Okay. Method names. Okay, method names also starts with capital letter. Right. Method name starts with capital letter. Oh, yeah. So class name starts with capital letter. It's only variables. Variables there. Of course, you can have lowercase. Okay. So now let's go back to where you add that step definition. So if you see there's error at the bottom, it's complaining about it because you've cut it out. It's not seeing it again. Can you double click on that error at the bottom? It will take you directly. Not that inside the description. Down, no, down a little bit. Yeah, just double click there. It will take you to where the error is. And we can fix it from there. As you can see, yeah. So there's no login button here in this particular class again. It's now been moved into login page, right? So what we need to do now is to type login page first, right? It's like you are trying to go into a particular um, town, but you know the state, right? You first have to declare the state and say, I'm going to, let's say, for instance, you want to go to, um, let's say, in London, and you want to go to London Bridge, right? The first thing is to get to London, right? So you say London in London Bridge, right? Even though you know the postcode, but where is the town and the county, right? So something like that. So now we know that we've moved this login button away. Where did you put it? So you now have to type where it is and you put dot. Okay. So we know that we put it in the login page. Can you type login page?
Inside it.
Yeah. Before where your cursor is. Just type login page and then dot. Which look is lowercase now with capital L. Change the L to uppercase. Because this is the name of your class.
Okay.
Yeah. So dot, then yeah, that one has to be yeah. So that's the name of your
Class.
class. So but now is not seeing it. Let's go back to that login page. What do you have there? Let's go back to the login page. And first, let's check. So just copy that, copy the login page, and let's dump it there. Just to be sure. There's something that we've not done, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Go put it in that place. So this is the class, and we are referencing it, okay? So we'll put it here. Double click on that, okay? Yeah, that's okay. Then paste. So it's the same. So what happens is fine, right?
It's fine.
Okay. So what happened in the initial space? Can you undo? Let's see what's the difference between the one that you add there and this one. Okay. There's no difference,
There's
but
no
actually,
difference.
yeah, but actually there's something that you might have done now. Click on that, what's it called now? On that bulb, right? Yeah. So technically, there's some, I don't know what that did that automatically. So it's the same thing that you copy, the same thing that is there. But there's another thing that you have to do because at this point, right, you are calling something, the person is saying, I don't know what you are calling because I am not aware there's any page or any class called login page. But because I don't have visibility to it, do you get it now? And that's what he's saying. I don't have visibility to it because this login page is in a different name class. So now for you to now bring it in, you have to say using automation page object. So if you click on that, it would add the using automation test page object to it.
This one, I should click on this.
Yes. So, and that disappears. If you scroll to the top, you will see all the packages that is using. Can you scroll to the top here for me, please? So you can see, yeah, test project in itself is there. So this is automation test page object, and also we are using Playwright, we are using NUnit. So the gray ones, it means that we are not using them yet, right? But the one that is lighter, the automation test dot page object, Microsoft dot Playwright, NUnit dot framework, and yeah, so all those ones we are using them in this particular class. So now you can see the class that we're using is the one at the top, using unit automation test dot page objects, and the develop that's what we need to do. So now that is what we would do for all our stuff, right? So now we now have a page object. If you go to that page object, so we now have a page object. So technically, you would then start to increase this one. Every of your page objects will be added. But bear in mind, we said it's a login page object. So that means you would only put the page objects that are for login. So that when you are looking to add a new locator for login, you just go to that login page. So this, it allows you to even be more organized, because when you're writing your locator, you know where they are. Any question? I will
Yes,
do another quick overview, but any question?
yes, I have a question now. Now, for what we have done for maybe Gabriel, can you go back to that step definition? Because we put two items in the bucket. We have changed one. So
Thank you.
we have to do it on the other one as well. Same to what we have done.
Exactly,
Yes, yes,
Yes.
exactly.
product
Yeah,
table. Yeah.
that is right. Yeah.
That will be login page dot title now, right?
Thank you. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right. Yeah,
okay, all right, all right.
yeah. Can you change that as well?
Also control V now. Dot.
No. Yeah.
So in this sound, we don't need to save, we don't need to build, do we?
No, as someone that is learning, right? I would say save, build. Do you get it now? Because sometimes if you now say, oh, don't save, because sometimes you don't, to be honest, for this, I'm not sure you need to save, to be honest. You don't even need to build. But it's a good practice if you are learning. Do you get now? So that once you run your test, you are not even now thinking, what happened? My test is not running. What is the issue? Blah, blah, blah. Do you get now? And then you will start fixing something that is not broken. Do you get? That's why I advise people. If you change something, right, at least if that thing is a bit significant, right, just save it, build, and then run your code. This, what we're talking about, will not take you more than a few, maybe second or minutes. Is that okay? Okay, let's run it quickly. As we are getting to the running part, any question? Okay, let's run that test.
Still building.
Okay.
Gabriel is running. Maybe, I don't know. This, Gabriel, this under the step definition or the title, so the submenu. There's other this automation test definition and stuff like that. Can you click on that? Because my this I usually see some item on them, but I don't know exactly what they meant.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Yeah.
Under your login register demo feature at the top of the step definition. Not there, not this side. Yeah, on the yeah, the underneath, the one underneath. Yeah, click that one. Let's see. You're not clicking it. Just put your cursor on it.
I've clicked it.
Oh, click the other one. So the next one to it.
So what do you need? What do you need?
I know. I usually see different codes like this step definition in it.
Okay. I will explain what you are seeing there.
Yeah.
Put your mouse out. Right. It's only telling you the context where you are in. For
Mm.
instance, the name of this particular project is called what?
Automation
That
tests.
is what you see on the left. Then, what is the name of this particular class or this particular file? Right. It is step definition, automation test, step definition, login, step def. Do you get that is the name of this particular file that we've got opened. Then also now line 45 is where we're in, right?
Yeah.
So line 45, what is the name of this particular method? That is the next one. So by looking at the top there, you can trace this particular one to its origin to say, oh, I have clicked uh, on a particular row in this particular function when I select the first product and add to cart. Do you get? So
Yeah.
that's what it's saying, right?
Yeah.
Then where is this one? Is actually inside the automation test dot step definition dot login to BlueSky demo. That is, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So now if it's already finished, let's run it. So any question as we're actually kind of running it.
I think women start his hand up.
Okay.
So I wanted to just confirm when we create this page object class do we create it for each feature? Like for now, this is login feature. You create a page object class for login feature, and then for registration, you create another page object class for registration.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you create for registration, then you create for home page, you create to get you. That's how you. For instance, now, if you look at what we've done, let me ask, have we done it properly or not?
That's why I was asking, because the login page is being put with the product title, and the
Thank you.
feature is the add to cart.
Okay, and the product title is on what page?
The product title is on the add to cart page.
So that's on demo
Mm,
on
um,
home page.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's on the home page, right? So now, if you want to do it properly, so we create another, what's it called? Another class, and we say home page. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll move what we had and put it in that particular space. Gabriel, we can see your screen. At
Yes,
least
it's gone blank.
Okay.
mm, I
So,
think there's something that you are using to cover it.
I know maybe I have to reshare.
This is camera.
No,
Mm.
I'm not a scammer. Yeah.
So you can stop. I'm not sure that you've stopped. Yeah, stop share. Okay, we can see it now. Okay. But we want to see the Visual Studio, not the web application. Okay, okay, is it running? Maybe it's
It's
running
running.
now. Okay, okay, this is the running part. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, All right. So now I'm going to give you an assignment to look at. Like I said, this is the easiest way that you can use your page objects. There's other part that instead of using the text inside the locator, you use the locator itself. Do you get it now? So you actually say, oh, bring the locator. So your step definition will call that locator. And you can then, yeah. So that's another way to do it. But first, let's start with a simple one, right? So which I think is easy, right? From there, you would get a little difficult one. It's not that difficult anyway, but I like to do things step by step so that it's understood. Any question? I don't want to bombard you a lot, but I want maybe okay, if Gabriel is on, we'll fix that particular one. We'll do another two examples with me actually not talking. So you guys kind of about I'll be looking at what you're doing, trying to guide you. Okay. Now, from what UM said, which I totally agree, right, is the fact that now if you go to our login page, right, we've merged them together, right? We put login page and also we added the product title, right? So now I said let's create a new class and call it home page, right? Because this one would have every element on the home page.
So let me try if I understand the step. So we go back to page object. We create a new item, name home page. So we now move one of the item we already put in the home page. We cut it from there. We paste it in the new item we created.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's sometimes it's easy to see it
Okay, all right. So
in
Gabriel,
yeah.
click on the page object, right click, I add new item. Yeah. So we name it as home page. Home page. Add. All right. So go back to the login page, the first one we created. The first one we created. Login page. No, under the page object. Yeah, open it. So just let's copy the whole thing. So we'll rename it when we get it. Copy the from static class. Yeah, from static class.
No, there's products.
No, yeah,
Yes, we copy
thank
the
you.
class. We'll take that one here out later. Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
The home page now, the new one we created, home page. And yeah, so yeah, enter after that one. Yes, Control V. So the internal now we change it to public class from the home page. No, in front of the home page, down.
No, it's public is there already.
No, this internal the class this thing title. The one that is zero references. Yeah. Static. Is it static? Is it internal static? Yeah. You miss it. Static. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So home page. Yeah.
So what's the next thing to do then?
Page.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Baba, what are you doing?
You remind me.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's okay. So we
Okay.
are done, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So now you see, so you can see how easy it is, right? But of course, we only use two, right? So let's add two more to that place. Do you get it? Right?
Low battery.
Let's look for another locator and let's separate it from our step definition, right? So as you are looking for that, I would tell you something. Please, uh, it is not for you to now start writing your test cases or your step definition to go and use the approach that we started with. Do you get now? And then change it like this. That's not the way to do it. You need to, if you want to use page objects, you use it. Not like, because the one I taught you now, I just kind of gradually move you until we get it. But once you know this one, don't go back. You will never go back. Oh, mm, mm. You don't. I was that song. All right. So let's do another one, another locator. Mm, Who wants to
89, 89, 89.
89? Okay. So
Hello, which line, please?
you said
Gabriel, did you sleep? 89.
89, 89. Okay. That's which page is that?
You
That's
know,
for which page? That's login page.
it is register. Login through register here, login
Yeah.
page. You can go into login.
Let's create that first.
No, just copy this one. Just lift this one today.
We've not created the page.
We have login page already created now, Gabriel.
Okay, history.
Click login in a page object. Double click. Yeah, now paste it there on line 11. Paste it on line 11. Yeah, so you copy public static string login page is equal to this. So you can just copy the one down.
I know.
Okay.
Login button will not be two. Okay. Login button.
Yeah, we can put in button one now, it's not, yeah. So
so. The question is that is this one login button?
yeah. And from where we lifted is for login button stroke register.
No, the question is like this
Okay.
locator,
Yeah.
what does it represent on the website? Because I'm sure that there will not be any two login buttons. I don't think there were two login buttons on that site, right?
Go back to that place. Go back to that page object.
Yeah.
Because if you see the description, it's also I can say it's login button.
And
Yeah. Page login page dot
oh,
login
there
button.
is
Username and password now. You are
So
clicking. I think
is
the one
the
up,
phone.
the first one you did was the login button. So when you log in, the next one will be your username, and then
That's
after that, password.
for login detail. I still, but we can't have to log in.
Gabriel, you can't give on that name because you have already registered.
That's what I'm trying to.
So you just name there, you just name
Uh,
this one. So that will be login page dot login button one. What will name it there as?
Okay. All right. Yeah, type what yeah.
So, why I'm saying the second one is a login button. If you can see the test,
Yeah, I think it's
more or
yeah,
less same thing as
yeah,
the
it's
one
login
below.
box as well.
Yeah, it's for login box.
okay. So let's go to the. Oh my gosh.
So what are we waiting for?
Login.
Okay, right. To just copy from there and paste it here instead of typing. Dot yeah, login button two, button one rather. Yeah, yes.
So technically, if you go to the home page, there's nothing on our home page, right? Yet. Is that right? Can you open that home page?
There is. There is one.
Okay, so we have the product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay. All right, that's brilliant. So okay, let's do one more, and that's it. As we are doing this, any question, guys, that will be today, right? Like I said, it's going to be page object, right? So there's something wrong. When you see an error,
Yeah.
quickly, what you need to do, yeah, double click like that, right? It will take you to the place, right? Look up, look down. Normally, the
The semicolon
issue,
is missing.
yeah, sorry,
Semicolon is missing at the back of
semicolon
the.
is
Okay.
missing.
Okay. It's true.
So you just look at it here and say which one has got semicolon. But sometimes it's not that accurate. It might be pointing to a particular space. So where the issue is at the top of it or at the bottom. But if you look at the one that is saying line so, and you look at it, you can't figure out what's the issue. Just look up of it or look down. Normally you would be at the top. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking now since we have been doing this uh, automation. Now, when we see bug, how do we raise bug on this stuff?
Okay. So there's no difference. It's the same way you raise bug in manual testing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Just,
same way. Yeah.
just take the snapshot and go to a job board and raise.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you just yeah, take a screenshot because one, if your automation find a bug, or your automation will run it automatically, right? And
Mm,
then it will fail. Do you get it now? It will fail because something is not expecting something, and the thing is there. For instance, you are not able to log in. Do you get it now? And
mm,
it will fail because the developer broke the login page. Do you get it now?
yeah.
And you are not able to log in. So your test fail. So what do? You run it manually just to be sure that at least your code is not just finding bug. that are not there. Do you get it now? You run it manually. After you run it manually, what you are trying to do is to establish that is it a real issue. So you retest the bug. Once retested and the issue is still there, then you raise the bug.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Mm. Any question? So we are going to call it a day for now. And in fact, maybe, okay, for those guys that will not do the internship, right, the advance. So I would say thank you for listening to my rubbish thus far. So for now,